think the person that made the most significant contributions to radiation is probably Marie Curie. Well, and Pierre, till he got hit by a milk cart in 1906 and died. She discovered polonium, radium, some of the ores that stuff came from. And she worked with radiation all of her life. And just a little side note that I think is really cool, the doorknob to her lab still has a lot of radiation on it compared to the normal background. It's kind of cool. Practical applications would be things like, well, certainly a lot of medical imaging, also the smoke detectors. They've got americium-241 in them, and they shoot radiation alpha particles to a detector, and as long as it's receiving alpha particles, nothing happens. But when the alpha particles stop, then it goes off, and dust will not affect it. It's got to be smoke, so that's a pretty cool deal. What else? Certainly all the medical stuff. I'm a big fan of nuclear power, and I think that although it's not radiation directly, the fact that the instability of uranium, that we can use it to make that amount of power for a little bit of stuff that goes in is cool. So long live nuclear. In terms of protecting ourselves from dangerous levels of radiation, I guess, don't go where there is any. I mean, if you're going to be spending a long time out in space, you're going to get her, unless they design the ship with the fuel and water around the outside or something to keep the radiation down. But, don't go playing around at Chernobyl right now and those kinds of things. In terms of day-to-day stuff, I mean, if you're living in a brick house, well, then I guess you better build a wooden one. And if you're living farther in the north, and move down to the equator and don't do any air travel, and you can do all of that, and then you need one pelvis x-ray, and all of a sudden you got your year's worth of radiation again. So I think day-to-day radiation, you try to reduce it as much as you can, but really there's not a lot you can do about it. But in terms of dangerous levels of radiation, low levels over a long period of time can be dangerous, and I'm not so sure how you would get rid of that other than the things that I mentioned, which can be difficult. I think you just got to do your best. But in terms of badly dangerous radiation, maybe don't go playing around that nuclear power plant. It's only fun till somebody gains an eye.